Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and yeah, we're back again with another video. Today we can't talk about genotype. I've been hearing a lot of this word everywhere. Genotype, this genotype, that. Me myself, I have no idea what it is, even though I have the internet. So I put him here to tell me what genotype is. So bro, what's up?
Cool.
Chop.
I don't chop. I get it, so make worry then make a left.
Huh? Nah, doctor, they are date for home.
Oh, you serious?
Go find somebody in blood and pull date.
I've had too much of the blood. Anyway.
You've what?
Charlie, let's move.
Vampire.
Move.
Anyways, so yeah, like I said, they can't talk about genotype. So bro, genotype. We hear genotypes. What is genotype?
Okay, so actually genotype is a scientific term that is used for is a name used for a coding of genes, right, to produce a particular characteristic trait.
Wait, genes.
Right,
Genes
that is genotype.
Genes as in the genes that they wear, or
no, as in genes, as in your DNA genes.
Oh, okay, genes,
yes,
not genes.
Not
okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
I didn't say genes. I said genes.
Genes.
Come on.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah. So what I think you want to ask about is HB genotype, right? Not just genotype. So hemoglobin genotype, and this is particularly has to do with red blood cells. So I'm sure you've heard of people talking about this guy is AA, this guy is AC, this guy is AS. Somebody will tell you I'm blood group O. That's another topic altogether. But when we are talking about HB genotype, we are talking about that, the AAs, the ACs, the AS, and yes, all of that.
Okay. So I had an experience, right?
Okay.
There's a point where I was called to do a blood donation for a pregnant, is it 4 or 2? Anyways, they go donate blood, give pregnant lady, and that was when they actually checked, and then the nurse came back, and then the nurse told me I am B positive or I know the KSF, something positive, and then I can donate to sickle cell patients. So said, dang, that's what. Funny enough, they said it, and I didn't even. I just went to Google, went to type it, and I found out, oh, okay, I can actually donate to sickle cell patients, and that's all. I just forgot about it. So, like you were saying, B plus, A plus, F9, and things. What is it? I don't know what it is.
Okay, so right, let's not get confused. Okay, let's not get confused.
Because me, I'm way confused right now.
There are two different things you are talking about here, right? We have the blood groups, okay, and then we have the HB genotypes.
Oh, so there are two different things.
There are two different things altogether.
What blood group?
That is the blood group.
Oh,
do you understand? Yes. In any case, they are all. How do I say this? They are all proteins, genes, whatever you want to call it, on the red blood cells.
Okay.
Right. So in terms of donation, you have to have a compatible blood group with the person you are going to donate to.
Okay.
Right. Yes. And then when it comes to sickle cell, they don't really do a test on that when you are going to donate. With what I know, right? What they do is they'll check for, these common infections, and then they'll check your blood group and try and do a compatibility test to see whether or not if your blood is compatible with the person who needs the blood at the moment.
Okay.
Do you understand? Yes.
Okay.
So when it comes to HB genotype, it is usually done for premarital testing, right? For two people who are going to get married. We try to test their HB genotype to see if the two of them, it's medically advisable for them to go into marriage and consider giving birth or getting offsprings. Yes, because it's an inherited trait. The product of that relationship or marriage is going to be a baby. is going to take like every characteristics from both parents. And since HB genotype is genetically or inherited, you need to test the two couples to make sure that both of them are compatible before they can go ahead to marry. I mean, even if they are not compatible, it's still up to them, but then to make sure that they know what they are getting themselves into. Do you understand?
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it like a stage in life where you need to actually check before you get into it with somebody, or you can still get into it with somebody and get away with it?
Well, it's up to chance anyway. Everything in this world is up to chance. So you can...
I'm sure like 80% of Ghanaians don't do this.
Most of our parents didn't.
Our parents?
Yes, most of our parents didn't. Yeah, back then they didn't know. Yeah, they didn't. They did it. They did not do it. Right? Because they back then the education on that was not as much as it is now. So some of them were lucky.
Kofi Papa and Kofi Mami just meet and
yeah, I know, right? They just go and pluck flowers in each other's homes and then But some of them were lucky and others were not so lucky. That is why we have all these some people with this sickle cell diseases and all of that. And trust me, it's a headache no one really wants to go through. If you know you can prevent it, it will be best you try your best. It's best to try your best, and I'm intentionally saying it twice to avoid it.
Okay, so this whole sickle cell thing, who for not meet if you don't want to give birth to sickle cell patients?
If sickle cell patients, well, to somebody having a sickle cell disease, well, there are different types of HB pairs. Like I said, for the sickle cell genotype, you get one trait or you get one pair, one of the two pairs from each parent, right? So for everybody, you have two HB genotype types, if I can say it like that, right? So you can have so there are I think 4 or 5 commonly known in Ghana, right? We have HBA, we have HBS, we have HBC, and sometimes HBF, right? HBF is what we call the fetal hemoglobin, right? So the F stands for fetal. That's what we call fetal hemoglobin. Every child is born with it, right? But as they grow up and mature, their HB genotypes change, right? It changes and matures to either A, S, or C, right? Yes. Although there are some rare cases where you see a grown-up who has retained some of the HBF genotype, and that is fine also. There's no particular worry about that. So now that I have that out of the way, to answer your question about which people or which HB genotypes are compatible, there are 4 pairs of HB genotypes commonly known. So we have HBAA, HBAS, HBAC, and HBSS, right? So anybody who has the HB genotype SS is a person who has the sickle cell disease, right? And anybody who has one S in their HB genotype combination, which is HBAS, is a carrier of the trait sickle cell. So they won't have the disease, but they are a carrier of the disease, sort of.
So they can transfer.
Yes, so they can give it to their offspring, right? So in that case, we can't have 2 people who are HBAS getting married.
So it will come from here and it will come from here.
So there's a probability. There's a probability that one.
Like, bro, I'm suing your ass.
No, who are you suing?
I'm suing my parents.
What the?
Bringing me into this world to come and have sickle. I'm suing the both of you.
No, but that is why I'm saying you asked at what stage in life. Then I just wanted to put this out there. That's to answer that question now. Like how you are feeling right now.
Yeah.
Imagine somebody who has already been in a relationship with a person, has invested a lot of years, let's say 5 years into a relationship, and they both find out that they are HBAS. what are you going to do at that point? Let's imagine the female is of age, almost in her 30s, and the guy is maybe, I don't know, 35, right? They've made their mind, they love each other, they want to get married, and they go and do a test, and they find out they are both AS. At that point in time, are you going to tell me that if it were you just say, oh, because of this, we shouldn't be together? It's going to be a very difficult decision, because no matter what choice you make...
Do friends with benefits?
Are you not serious? My friends with benefits.
Anyway, I mean, it will be hard, man, but...
Yeah, it will be really hard, because there's...
Hard. So it means two things, right? Fair enough or not fair enough. Two things. We either move on with our lives,
yeah,
and keep having the fun that we are having, but then there won't be any baby, yeah, which in
our society,
it would be like, it wouldn't be a good name for a woman.
Yeah,
she would probably want to opt out.
Yeah, she probably tagged as barren or something.
Yeah,
like
that's one. And the second one is you guys actually stupidly ignoring and still going ahead with it, which, I mean, bringing forth a sickle cell baby.
Yeah. So fortunately for us, right, because of modernization, there are certain tests that we can do for these people who are both AS and still want to get married and still want to, give birth to healthy babies. Like I said, it is not 100% chance that if you are both AS, you give birth to a child who is SS. Do you understand? Yes, there's like a 25% chance.
Okay.
You understand? Because this is the pair that we have for parents who are both AS, right? They can give birth to a child who is AA. They can give birth to a child who is SS. And they can also give birth to a child who is what? AS.
Oh, so the one you get.
Exactly.
You get. First of all, AA.
Yes.
So if you get AA, you're lucky.
If you get AA, you are lucky. You're a very lucky person. Right. So there's a 50% chance that you give birth. A 25% chance, I guess, that you give birth to a child who is AA. The same 25% chance that you give birth to a child who is SS.
And that same 25 is AS.
And the same 25 is AS.
So it has the possibilities are all the same. Whichever one you get, you stick to it.
Yes, and it resets after every pregnancy. It's not like, oh, now I got SS, so the next one I'll get AS or AA. No, it doesn't work like that. You can get SS multiple times or throughout all the pregnancy. But like I said,
the best thing is just, not doing it if only. For people who actually go out to run those tests, it means they are actually ready for the answers they will get. So I feel like people who go out to do those tests, when they find out they can't probably do it, I'm sure maybe they'll agree and go their separate ways.
No, it's not going to be that easy. Like, it's not that easy at all.
It's easy, but for you to man up and be like, you go do test, it means that you know what you're expecting and you're ready to face it. You can't say you're going to do test and you're not ready to face it.
Well, that is why I would advise that as soon as you start catching feelings for somebody, you ask them. They don't make their mindset and will change. If they're not bothered, they won't do any test. They are somewhere. No, it will be better for them to do the test and find out, and then take measures against it. Like I said, there are certain tests you can do for when a female gets pregnant, whilst the baby, the fetus, not even baby, the fetus is still developing. There are tests you can do to ascertain whether when it's born, it's going to be AS, AA, or whatnot. There are prior tests, although the cost is right up there, but it's not something unsurmountable. It's somewhat slightly expensive, right? There are different options, right? There is an option where you check the fetus. If it is SS, you can terminate it, right? But the problem is, what if you get pregnant 4 times and it is SS?
You can terminate it being at any stage.
No, the test is done at an early stage. I think, if I'm not mistaken, less than 28 weeks. 28 weeks. But please don't quote me on that. Just confirm, right?
Yeah.
Confirm that.
Yeah, we're not stating our complete facts. Just sharing
Yes.
information.
So
once,
please confirm that.
Yeah, it's not
but
like
I am
written
aware.
down.
I am aware there are tests you can do to ascertain every genetic anomaly that could be coming with your child, right? If you are talking about the autisms and then all the other anomalies that could come about, you can do tests now because of modern technology to avoid all of
Imagine
that.
my parents give it to me being sickle cell. I'll sue their ass.
You can't sue their asses.
And I'll win.
Like I said, some people are really lucky because for me, I have both parents being AS, right? And yes, all my siblings, all of us are AS, so we're really lucky. Yes, really lucky. I just got to find out when I started working, and I decided to test both of them to see, I mean, just out of curiosity. And I found out that they are both AS. Yes, so that's how lucky they were. And there's only 3 of us. Who knows? Maybe the 4th one would have been, and maybe the 4th one also would have still been AS anyway. Wow. So yes,
that's some luck right there. Anyways, so this has been just a short education on genotype.
Yes, HB genotype.
HB genotype.
Yeah.
Alright. So there'll be a part 2 of this where we,
we'll delve more into it. We'll look at the diseases, and its manifestations, and what you should do, what you should not do, and then we'll also look at the tests you can do to ascertain this genetic anomaly. Like if you are in a situation where you are both AS and you still want to go ahead and get married, the options that you have when it comes to childbirth to avoid anything like giving birth to a sickle cell diseased child, which is honestly a nightmare.
So, bro, I want to ask you, most of these genotype stuff, like I said earlier, I had no idea until you told me all these, but be like, most of these things are kind of, whenever somebody mentions genotype, whatever the instance, then the link comes to sickle cell. So my question is, aside sickle cell, no other disease they relate to the whole genotype thing, or there are other? Because it seems like anybody, anywhere you see any doctor or anybody you hear mentioning genotype stuff, they always link it to sickle cell. So aside that, is there other disease where it could be there inside somewhere, or it's just the sickle cell thing?
Okay, it's usually sickle cell because it's the most common one, right?
Okay.
But
is
then
it the most common, but is it the most dangerous?
In terms of danger or severity, not necessarily, but also I'm okay. So in terms of how many people it affects and how it can, cause discomfort and all of that. Every disease causes discomfort. So yes, maybe the sickle cell disease is the most dangerous. For a lack of a better term.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now back to my question.
But in any case, there are other HB genotype diseases or abnormalities like beta thalassemias and whatnot. That has to do with hemoglobin diseases. So yeah.
What the fuck is beta thalassemia?
Well, it's another form of hemoglobinopathy. So what we mean by hemoglobinopathy is that it's like any pathological or any disease that affects the hemoglobins. Hemoglobins are the core of a red blood cell that carries oxygen, right? It is the part of the red blood cell that carries oxygen. So any disorder that has to do with it is called a hemoglobinopathy, right? Of all these hemoglobinopathies, one of them is the sickle cell disease. Another one can be the beta thalassemia.
Beta thalassemia.
Yeah, beta thalassemia.
Sounds like Italian.
Yeah. And then we have, aside the HBSS, we also have HBC disease, right, which is also a hemoglobinopathy. Sorry.
Okay. So amongst, I think the sickle cell is the most popular. So
it's the most common one.
Yeah, we'll come your way with part 3, where we delve more into the sickle cell, and like you said, the prices, the whatnot, what to do, what not to do, the kind of women to date, the kind of women not to date.
You can date anybody, but just know what you are getting into, right? It is better to be informed so that you make informed decisions.
It will be weird. It will be weird on a first date. I ask you, what's the genotype?
I mean, you have to be coy about it or something. Like, you can't just go and ask what's your
Typical
genotype.
Ghanaian won't even know what genotype is, unless the person go proper school with be.
Yeah, please take her to a lab to test if she doesn't know. It's not very costly, right? Yes.
How much would it cost me to do a genotype test?
Like I said, it's not very costly. It's like 50 cedis or something.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm checking mine tomorrow. I need to know if I'm HS or HSS or SS or whatever.
HSS.
HS plus. Anyways, there'll be a part 3. We'll come back next week. Bye bye.
Bye bye.